And good morning, everybody. Welcome. It's Martin, Jeff, and the Farmchick coming to you high atop the Eagle Building in beautiful downtown Goodland. Our show is being brought to you by Eklund's First Insurance, Northwest Tech, Elliott's Home Furnishings, The Insurance Agency, and Goodland Sonic Drive-In. Ladies and gentlemen, on my left, it's the Farmchick. You okay?
Yeah, I've got skinning splinters from your table. No biggie.
and you tore your shirt on our table.
That's all right.
On my right, it's Jeff.
No. Yes.
Just Jeff.
Just Jeff.
The election's over.
Yeah. It is over.
Jeff won. Jeff the Trump won. No. Trump won.
He mounted his own campaign. We were voting for you.
I would have
I wrote
voted
your
for
name
him.
in.
Good.
You know.
Yeah. I didn't know to have a write-in candidate, you actually had to be registered as a write-in candidate. You can't just write in Mickey Mouse. And
Apparently, because I didn't see
You know that?
How many votes did they end up saying were writing candidates?
I don't know.
There was a number
like
there.
37
I brought
or
all
something
mine.
like that.
But I mean thousands of people.
Well, I'm sure people
wrote in things like
they write in their
Mickey
dogs.
Mouse. Thousands of people wrote in things like that.
Right.
Right.
But those votes don't even count.
No, I know.
But I mean, even if you were mounting a serious campaign, I didn't realize you had to register as a
I guess I didn't either.
write-in candidate.
Well, I read that afterwards. I didn't know that going in.
I thought you could just write in anybody.
I did. I didn't know that. But I did write in. Because I knew Kansas would take care of would select Trump.
Yep.
There's no reason.
I know.
That's what I kept telling everybody. You can vote all
It
you
didn't
want
really
to.
matter.
Well,
I know.
The cow guy on this show last week, our pre-election show, blatantly blurted out, Hillary will win.
I know.
I
he did.
know.
You remember that?
And he was wrong.
And me over here who, listen, Hillary, I would not have called her my candidate ever. I never did but I did end up voting for her because I didn't want to vote for Trump. Kind of the same way a lot of Republicans voted for Trump. They didn't necessarily want to vote for Trump, but they wanted to vote with their party anyway. I knew it was going to be close. I said that the whole time. I was never like, this is in the bag.
Yeah.
And but I was a little shocked.
bag.
I was a little shocked when I woke up Wednesday morning.
But
I think we all were.
But I can also tell you something else. I have, not just because he won, just because the election's over with. I have been sleeping a lot better.
Oh.
I haven't been felt. It's just a stress.
It's a relief to have it over.
It is.
And not to turn on the television and see this.
Yeah. It's just the stress of not knowing what's going to happen next.
Yesterday I was watching
And it's weird that we're treating ours like a game show. But
on CNN.
A reality show.
yeah.
CNN's touting this book, The Election. They have a name for it. Unprecedented is what it is. Relive the entire election. And I turned it off. I said, why would I want to relive it?
No.
I would spend a dime on a book like that.
I was just so stressed out the last 10 days
I
before
was
the
too.
election.
And I'll tell you, Wednesday morning I was really, it was not a good day for me. Not just because we lost. When I say we, I have a hard time saying that but I mean, my side lost. But also just the nastiness. And it felt like you almost needed a shower.
Right. Well,
Like you needed a detox.
yeah. I was just
cleanse.
surprised how much more relieved I am just because it's over with. I mean, not really because Trump won. I mean, yes, but that's not it. I was afraid if Hillary won, it was never going to end. You know,
He would not have let it end.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it may not end anyway.
No,
the Democrats are gathering in the corner ready to mount some kind of
And that's not going to happen.
something, you know,
Yeah. Well, I know. I mean,
some kind of defense over the next 4 years.
It was a pretty clear win all the way across the board. I mean, House, Senate, presidency, governorships. I mean,
That was a surprise too. You know, the press and their infinite wisdom was suggesting there was going to be some, you know, all through the campaign they were saying there were going to be some Democrats that were going to take some positions away from Republicans. They didn't happen.
well, that's two.
You know, but they made it sound like it was going to become a Democratic Congress.
I think
or
an
at least
even
one
more
House.
interesting election will be in 2 years. Those
Yeah.
midterm elections to see what the Trump administration does in these 2 years.
Yeah.
He's already having some pretty controversial appointments going on.
Yep.
You know, I came when he had his meeting with President Obama. I came out of that going, okay, everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
He can be
President
civil.
Obama says it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
We're going to be okay.
And he acted. I mean, he looked very
Seemed
humble.
like, yep.
He did,
seemed
didn't he?
like he thought,
Like,
okay,
I know where I'm at now.
the candidate Trump is not going to be the President Trump, which I think is my biggest fear. Okay.
Right.
because that was my
But he
big
keeps
thing.
saying that, though, doesn't he? He keeps saying the campaign was different than how we're going to lead.
Okay, I'm going to give you that.
Yeah.
But my thing was, that's going to be my biggest struggle, and that was where my votes lied. That I understand politicians are, in general, I shouldn't say in general, because, okay, I'm going to get, but most politicians have some skeletons in their closet.
Yeah.
They say things they're not supposed to say. The mics get turned on when they're not supposed to get turned on.
Right.
They cheat on their wives. They do, okay, all that stuff. But for him to stand on the stage and do things that, if my kid did it, if my kid mocked a disabled person
Yeah.
in school, I would,
Yeah. It's hard.
to fathom that, and now, or to what he said about, the other thing I couldn't get past was the John McCain stuff. I couldn't get past that he sit there and said,
Yeah.
I prefer it when they don't get caught,
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
about a war hero.
Yeah.
So those are the things, I think a lot of civility was lost. So those are the things that I'm going to have to get through
So did you see
and
the
past.
Did you see the 60 Minutes interview?
Yes.
I wanted to. We
Watched
were
it.
busy Sunday night, and
Yeah.
I meant to DVR it, and I didn't.
It was just funny because you watch them, and then Ivanka, right, the daughter, she talks, and like, okay, when does she get to be president?
Exactly.
Right. Really, when does she get to be president? Because she speaks very well.
Yes, she does.
And,
And her and Chelsea Clinton are actually good friends. They like hang out.
really,
Yeah, or they did before
well, before this,
because they kept saying that they were.
Ivanka said, I think it was in that interview, said that what they asked her what if she was going to do, be involved with the administration. She says, well, I want to be concerned about getting wages increased and job. She
Yeah.
was talking some very un-Trump-like things.
no, I don't think those are un-Trump-like.
You don't think so?
I think those are things that he said. I just think you hang I think everybody hangs all the bad things they think about Republicans. They hang that on Trump, and I think if you listen to him, he doesn't say that kind of stuff.
Okay, but
Well,
here's
he might
my.
not have said it, but that's a very Republican stance. It's not
Well, I know,
making
but
sure that wages are
that's
not
what I
going
mean.
to go up.
That's what I'm trying to say is I think the Republicans are going to be disappointed in a Trump administration because I think Trump is socially a lot more liberal, fiscally conservative, socially liberal, and I think that's going to shock a lot of the Republican Party, or they're going to try to keep pushing him over that way.
Well, it'll be interesting.
Not with Bannon.
I was
going to
say with who he chose
strategist.
as his.
With Bannon is as far right as in beyond that you can go. So that'll be.
Well,
And he's
That's
already
just-
kind of backtracking on some of these things. I had.
So
do
do
you
you
know
think-
how many people said to me? I mean, make that sound like it's hundreds. I'm talking like fives of tens of people. I know that sounds like so many.
Ones of tens.
I know. Who said he's going to build a wall and make Mexico pay for? I absolutely believe he's going to do that. And I would say, that's not going to happen.
Well,
Okay, he's already. That's not going to happen.
Some of it'll be
people.
offense on 60 Minutes.
Yeah.
Did you get that
Yeah,
part?
yeah. Or
So-
a Muslim ban. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
So, once again, you say
I
things.
don't think he cannot not build a wall. Even if it's only 3 miles long, he cannot
Yeah.
not build a wall.
He'll build a
He'll build a
little
wall.
cinder block.
He will build a wall of some sort.
And anyway, it's
And
just
it
it'll
won't
be
3,000
interesting.
miles or 2,000 miles long.
How many
along the border.
billions of dollars?
He's not going to build any wall if he says he's going to cut taxes, and unless he's eliminating a lot of stuff, a lot of things in the budget that it's not going to. He's not going to have the
EPA.
money for it.
Well, I think we
You
have.
limit the EPA. That'd be good.
I think we have some problems off of this campaign. Like one is, we believe everything we've talked about this
Yeah.
before. I saw something that said there was a lot of fake news. And did you see that Facebook is under, I wouldn't call it investigation, but they're
Right.
under some pressure as far as how are we going to limit fake news?
Right.
Like people can post whatever
And
they want.
Zuckerberg says it's not my
It's
responsibility.
social, yeah. And
Isn't
it
that funny?
probably isn't his responsibility.
Well,
but when
it
it
kind of creates this platform that allows us soapboxes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be. He has some responsibility.
Well, I feel that
to-
way. There has to be some sort of regulation, doesn't
Yeah.
there? But then again, now
I
we're
don't-
talking more
I
regulation.
don't know about regulation, but I think Facebook has some responsibility to when something is known as fake.
And people believe it. They
And-
said there
and
was
they
a post
should-
that the Pope had come out and endorsed Trump, and it was shared over 97,000 times.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there were posts the other way. I'm not
Right.
saying there weren't, but
I just
what do we
think-
do about that?
But I think so
don't
if you're going
know.
to have this
That's-
open space for people to say anything they want to say, there's got to be some sort of filter that somebody can apply.
Well, that filter,
I don't think the government has to apply it.
the filter is you unfriending those people that are doing that and not helping to spread.
Yeah.
But it's like
know.
I said, you want to
Some of that
believe
shows up,
what
doesn't
you
it?
want to believe.
Yeah.
You want to believe those things, so you share it. I still say under the thing, some people watch Fox News because they like what they say. Some people watch MSNBC because they're saying what they want to hear. And so it's just,
And then
we've stopped.
That becomes the only place you get your news from.
Exactly.
Right. So then does it become more polarized as we listen to that kind of stuff.
You're always good about saying, I'm going to watch the other guys because I want to see what they're
do.
saying.
And I watch the other guys too.
I watch
what I do.
MSNBC a lot, and I listen. Not that I think NPR is as far left as it used to be, but I listen to the National Public Radio a lot. I listen to them mostly because they take 15 minutes to tell a story rather than 30 seconds.
Right.
And they kind of give you both sides. And sometimes when they're really far to one side, you could tell that they're really far to one side. Sometimes they're really far to the right, not very often. Usually they're really far to the left. But if you're smart and intelligent, you can filter some of that stuff out.
But that's it. But that's because you're of our generation where we did used to read newspapers
Well,
and we used to actually do research and look into candidates.
It
Okay,
does-
my daughter's generation now,
The Daily Show
I'm telling you, they get their news
from Stephen
from
Colbert,
their phone.
or I was gonna say from Saturday Night Live or Stephen Colbert or Fallon or.
And
Fallon
how
doesn't
do
that,
we?
but-
How do we? Is
Oh,
that
I
a tipping point that's going to have to happen?
No, I think it's something that comes along with maturity, right? I mean,
I
you
hope
believe
so.
all that stuff when you're in your 20s. You really have rose-colored glasses on, and you see the world as you want to see it.
Right.
And then life comes along and beats you up a couple times, and
It's
then you
funny
figure it
that
out.
you say that because my daughter woke up Wednesday and was devastated. First of all, she was on a college campus.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a different community than
Even-
where we're
even
living.
K-State.
Even K-State, let me
Right.
tell you. And it was, and I just tried to, he's our president. We'll get along. We'll get through it. He'll calm down, hopefully, and change.
Well, it will. I mean, it's the system is designed not to let the president have all
I
the
liked
power.
what President Obama said yesterday in a speech or 2 days ago. He said, our system is a slow-moving freight liner,
Right.
not a
Not a speedboat.
speed train or
Yeah,
something. I can't remember what
yeah.
he said, but he said,
Well, it is. I mean, the whole system is
Yes.
designed to be very slow, very deliberate.
right.
I mean, not let one guy have all the power.
Which will be interesting for Trump, won't it?
Well, yeah, I think it'll be very frustrating. I mean, I know just in my dealings with the state of Kansas, I know a lot of guys I know 3 people.
Hey,
Right.
we're like doing that a lot today.
Well, I know, but I mean, I should say a
Ones
lot.
of tens.
I know ones and tens.
No, I'm
I know some people that have come into state government out of the private industry and become extremely frustrated with the bureaucracy and the fact that you can't make things. My example, I guess, is Dale Rodman was Secretary of Ag, and he came out of Cargill, and when he headed Cargill Asia, and he could say, "I want this to change," and all Cargill moved to make that change. At the state of Kansas, he said, "I want this to change," and the bureaucracy kicked in, and it just slowed everything down. So he couldn't make all the changes he wanted to as quickly as he wanted to.
And that's a good thing.
Right.
And that's by design.
Yeah. That's what I
So-
mean. So sometimes you can curse the bureaucracy, and sometimes the bureaucracy is a good thing.
Yeah,
But-
it's not always,
Right.
but I
that's
think
what I mean.
I
That's
think
what-
President
that's what you think about
Trump
Trump.
will have a hard time with that.
Mhm.
I don't think he's used to that, so we'll see how that goes.
So we see who puts around him, who his cabinet is. If his cabinet's a bunch of government people that have been in that system that know how to make it work, that's one thing. If there are a bunch of private citizens that come out of the industry, they will be extremely frustrated also. There you go. There's my speech for the day.
Very good.
Very good.
Anybody see Saturday Night Live this past week? The first
I
Dave Chappelle.
I was
the,
going to watch it.
I saw some
I was gonna
clips,
YouTube it,
some
but I didn't.
I thought he was very reasonable, and he made a lot of jokes, and then at the end he made a very serious statement about we don't need to be fearful. We need to support this it was surprising. The one thing I liked during the news segment, the actress that portrayed Ruth Ginsburg.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was funny. I did see a clip of that.
She's not quitting now, man. She's gonna. I'm not retiring now. I'm gonna. Stay
I got to
on there.
stay on for sure. Yes, we need you.
Well,
Need you.
so that like Trump's,
I feel like
Supreme
I
Court.
feel like he's going to get more than one Supreme Court nominee.
Yeah, he probably will. I mean, Ruth will probably not stay on.
Right. Well, wish anybody ill will, but Come on, she's not looking the healthiest.
Well,
But she hasn't for a long time, so
She may.
I think it's important, and I hope he realizes the importance of keeping the Supreme Court balanced a little bit. Not so far one way.
Yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be
But
good.
Any other thing? The state election, anything
I
there?
wonder if this is an election thing, but I wonder if Brownback's going to end up being ag
I
secretary of
hope
ag.
not.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
No.
I think he might. He's on the short list,
Really? Well, that's how
Well,
he
he's done
started
good
his
things for
career as Secretary of
Kansas,
Ag of Kansas,
right?
So he might not be bad for that. I don't know. Get him out of the state of Kansas.
He'll-
Anyway,
he'll
that
definitely
would
be
be good.
pro trade. He will be definitely about pro trade and pro farmer.
that's good. I agree with that. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, which some of our Secretary of Ags haven't been
Right.
very farmer friendly. So
It's hard for me to talk about Brownback. But hey, yes. I'm going to say two positive things. Gets him out of the state of Kansas. And the other positive thing I'm going to say is, you know what I like about Trump?
He's going to get Brown back out of the state of Kansas.
Oh, yeah, that.
yeah,
No. Yeah. I'm not going to say it.
yeah, really, better be governor You'll get hate mail.
Kansans governors hadn't had a very good track record when becoming part of a cabinet. Presidential
Well, our
cabinet.
last Kansas governor didn't do very well.
She didn't do very well.
So we'll see how that works. But
Yeah.
Okay, on to other really important discussion. Dancing with the Stars.
First time I watched it was last night.
First time, huh? Did you like any of the dancers? I mean, were you impressed with anybody?
Not really, not particularly.
Well,
I only started watching it when the gymnast.
Is it Lori? Is that her name?
I don't know.
Lori.
And she danced her the tribute to her grandmother.
Yeah.
She was just lost her grandmother or something like that.
Yeah.
That's when I started watching it. So that's not fair. So
I need to get back into it, I guess. If you two are going to talk
We
about
were-
it, then I need
no,
to do it.
We were just talking about.
Well, the finals
this
are
is-
here.
Or I
this is
could
the
just get on
23rd
Twitter and get all my information from Twitter.
This is the
and then-
23rd season.
That's not right.
That
though.
baby's been
But
on.
I think they
Well,
do two seasons a year.
Well, they do.
Yeah.
But
That's kind of
Since-
amazing.
since my youngest was 1 year old, that thing has been on. That's what we're doing last night. Okay, this thing has
Yeah.
been on for a long time.
Has been on a long
It
time.
seems like we're probably getting
No
out
wonder
of.
they're kind of
getting-
running out of stars.
That's right, really. Yeah.
Dancing with the
Well,
Stars.
now they've got the same caliber of stars on there as they do every year.
The football player.
They got a football player. They got a old
What's his
TV
name?
show people. You
Who?
know, well, they had Marsha.
Oh.
She was on there. Mary Lou Henner just
Did
got
they
kicked off.
throw a football at her? That'd have been funny. That'd have been a great.
Well, they did make fun of the Brady Bunch on one of her dances.
I know.
Of course.
It'd be funner to throw a football at her.
But I think
Of course.
the gymnast is going to win. There's always a gymnast or a skater.
you guys can't
that
even say
wins.
her name. What gymnast is it?
I can't think of whatever
Wow.
her name.
I don't either.
What an
Lori.
impression she
But it's
made.
kinda-
Lori.
Lori.
Lori the gymnast. You know her.
Lori Hamill?
Yeah.
Lori Yamaguchi?
No, yeah,
Which is
But
no,
she's a skater,
once
not a
again,
gymnast.
It's no fair that they have those people on because they have a lot of talent.
Yeah.
I mean, they need to have people who don't really have
They
much
put-
talent.
Right.
well, they do at the beginning. I mean,
Yeah. Horace Leachman.
Governor of Texas was on. He was
Oh, yeah.
horrible.
Geraldo Rivera.
Geraldo Rivera was one
I
of the
did watch
worst.
him dance once.
Ugh.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
creeper.
He
Yeah.
is creepy.
He creeps me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He, Rick Perry.
Sorry to all you Geraldo Rivera fans out
No,
there.
but he is kind of creepy. There's
Creepy.
something-
Rick Perry kind of won some hearts with his. He was so much a horrible dancer, but he had a great attitude and would make everybody laugh. And
Every
think he's
time
a
I
great
hear
guy,
you say
know.
Rick Perry, I think of Steve Perry.
Which
Governor-
is,
Don't stop believing.
yeah,
Governor
which is
Journey.
Journey. Very for our
Right.
listening audience.
so here's this very, he's got that Texas drawl, and he's a staunch
didn't he have
Republican,
big-
mixing with all
big
these liberal people out there.
Yeah.
Didn't he have scandal? We
Yeah,
already talked about this.
He did, but it was kind of unfair. I think he got out of it, but I can't remember.
I don't know. I forgot.
what the details were. But
He
it was-
said something or something.
Yeah.
yeah,
Didn't know where
So I
Minnesota
disagreed with
was
them.
you know how that is.
Really.
No, that was
Aleppo.
Aleppo.
I hate
That was the
I just
independent guy.
I hate watching that
It's
clip.
cringy.
I know. I just feel so sorry for the guy. Because I do feel kind of sorry for him because they kind of switched subject on him pretty quick.
No, I'm sorry. But when you're running for president
Well, I
and you don't
know,
know
but-
where Syria or Aleppo is
I
or
know,
what's
but
going on.
that's not, he thought it was an anagram for something. We were talking about government, and he thought it was an anagram for.
See ya.
UNICEF.
Although I have stopped saying, hey, if you say that, you can't run for president. Those days are gone. You can say whatever you want and still run for president.
Yeah. Don't you think somewhere in Hillary's mind she's going, really? Seriously? Really? People hated me that much?
Yeah. I know. Truly. To get
Anyway,
beat by
we'll get
Joe.
off that subject, but anyway.
Okay, well, we digressed from.
We did. Back again. Back to the...
Yeah, there's not much else. The finals are coming up, so if you're going to watch...
Is that
Okay.
tonight? Or tomorrow? When
No,
is
it's
it?
next week, I think.
Next week, I mean?
Or maybe the week after. I'm not sure when.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
I might watch the finals.
Yeah.
I'll watch the finals the same way I watch like the World Series. I just watch the last 2 games. I like that. You know,
Sometimes
the
they-
finals
How do you
in
know the last 2
NBA,
games?
the finals of NCAA. Well, the last couple, like I think it's gonna be. Yeah,
I know.
you know what I
It's gonna be
mean.
a hard time.
Game 7. We never talked about the Cubbies. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
We never even talked about that. That was great.
I'm a fan of the Cubbies. And
That was great. That was an
was-
exciting. And how were your how was your Bronco play there on Sunday?
Broncos
That
just
last
hanging on there, yeah.
that last
I when they made the last touchdown in New Orleans, I said, okay, this is it. Turned it off, walked away.
You walked
I
away?
walked away. I had my ESPN
Gave
app.
up?
I looked. I said, well, I better check, make sure he got the extra point. And I looked at it, and all of a sudden the number changed to 25 for Denver, and I go running back
What did I
to
miss?
the TV. What happened? And,
I was frustrated
bad.
because
You have to go
You
back
know?
downstairs?
no,
Oh.
I should have gone down. When things look bad, I go downstairs. But I really thought they'd pull it out without this last touchdown that they scored. I don't know. Broncos. This may not be the year that too much happens. Kansas
you know
City's
who's doing well? The Wyoming Cowboys.
really. Are they ranked?
They're like 8-1, something like that. I know. I just keep seeing, all my friends.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they are. They really
Okay.
are. They're playing really well this year. And the CU Buffs are playing really
Yeah.
well this year.
Yeah.
Oh, the Buffs are doing well.
My Notre Dame started out ranked in the top 15 and just have fallen by the wayside. So we won't talk about that.
Okay, all right. Really, you're right. We won't.
There's the sports segment of our show.
I think K-State
talk
should
about
get
the weather.
some ranking points. But
Yeah.
you want to talk about the weather?
Yeah. Is it going to snow tomorrow?
It's gonna snow
Beautimus it
tomorrow.
is. It's been
Eight.
been oddly
Going
it's
to be
been
80
odd.
degrees today and then snow tomorrow.
I always feel guilty about this because I really love it. I enjoy it. It's like my kind of weather, but I know how bad we need
We need rain.
cold and rain and
We need rain.
moisture and snow.
We
and
need a
all of
gradual
that.
cold. We don't need a really abrupt single-digit cold where trees are going to be in big trouble.
We need
We're
it
not
to
gonna have that,
slowly.
though. We just need rain.
And rain.
Rain.
I'm still watering my lawn.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. We just lined shower sprinklers off last week.
Well, we turned them off, but then we turned them back on because
Oh, wow.
it got 75 degrees
Yeah.
again
No.
for a few days.
My sister still water her petunias, which cracks me up. They didn't freeze.
Well, if we still had petunias on Main Street, we probably would still be watering them.
Well, we've got petunias left. I still have a zucchini plant that's hanging on in the backyard. Survived the hail.
That
and
last zucchini.
Just
Is
hanging
that a
on.
book? Is that a movie? The Last Zucchini.
the last zucchini. It's like
The Last Zucchini.
So
The last
have
Italian.
Are you harvesting it today? Because it's going to be gone tomorrow.
No, I picked it the other day. Just it's producing just little bitty tiny things. But
Can you pickle those?
Zucchinettes.
if I had enough, I would. Zucchettes.
Zucchettes?
Zucchilios. Zucchi. What's a little zucchini?
It's a little zucchini.
Oh,
What
okay.
if we have two zucchini? Where are they?
Zucchi.
Zucchini?
Anything else to come
Zucchins.
before this panel?
No, not really.
Well,
I like the weather.
We've got 5 minutes left. We need
Oh
to.
no!
We
My
need
gosh. No.
the weather. The
Hey, I did think about this the other day. We're looking at Goodland signs. Do you remember the old Goodland sign that used to be out there by Goodland Motor? And it was a really tall.
vertical.
Yes, and it
It had GOODL.
had individual lights.
Yeah.
We need to find that baby and put that back up.
You could put that up next to your. You're kind of your house is kind of a home for wayward old signs. And
Yes,
stuff.
it
You know,
is.
you could
Thank
stick it in
you
your
very
yard.
much. Anyway, if anyone knows where that piece of metal is at,
Oh,
I'm sure
yeah.
I'm sure
You
it's
know,
in some a trailer.
There's one guy in town that might know
Yeah.
something about that.
We used to have two of them. There used to be one by Goodland Motor, and there used to be one out there by Short and Son.
Yeah.
We need to resurrect those babies.
Crazy R. He might know.
He might. Well, he probably has it. He won't give it up.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
probably.
But
I think if he had it, he'd have it
we
set
need-
up somewhere.
We need to have a picture of it so we can model off of it. But I think we need to have that on an interstate.
Yeah, it would be neat.
Do you really know what we're talking
I
about?
kind of in my
They were-
head,
it
I
was-
can remember it.
To me, it's probably 50 feet tall, but it's probably only 10 feet
I
tall.
have a memory of it.
And
it's probably 30 feet tall.
Yeah, and each letter it ran
It
vertically.
Was lit.
And through the years, it got to where the lights would go out, and it'd
Right,
be
but I would think with
G-O-D.
LED lighting, we
Or
could.
let's just have it remade.
I know. I think we should.
New.
Let's start a campaign for that.
Okay.
Let's get a picture of it. Somebody get pictures of that Goodland sign
Let's.
under. I guess we call Sammy down the maybe Sammy has at the museum.
Mm-hmm. Pictures of it.
Yes,
I suspect that if you want that done, you're going to have to lead
Did
the
you see
charge
that
yourself.
old
I am. This
picture?
This is what's the name of our show? Not the evening show anymore.
Martin, Jeff, and the Farm Chick.
This is our new challenge for the year. For the new year,
Okay.
we're going to get the old Goodland signs back up.
Did you see the
On Interstate.
Facebook post of Ray's Cafe that Jackie Elliott shared
Oh,
across
no.
from where Tequila's is now?
Right.
But that used to be tree lined on both sides of the street.
Yeah, really.
So you could kind of see Mueller Grain. You could kind of
see
see
that.
the antique warehouse. Jackie shared it. Miss Elliott. Oh, it's still hard for me. It's Miss Elliott. Shared it. And
no, it's Jackie.
I can't.
You're not in school anymore.
I know, but I can't.
It's calling
It's
Ron
Mr. Barkley.
I
I
can't
know.
call him Mr. Barkley
It's
anything
Mr.
but Mr.
Barkley.
Barkley.
Yeah.
But anyway, look that up. Our it's a neat old picture. And so then they started a big discussion about memories of Ray's Cafe.
Right.
And the Ray Dye family, and love that stuff. So
I had a friend of my mom's would always call it Ray. We never just call it Ray's. It was always Ray Dyes. We're gonna go down
mine
Ray
was
Dyes.
Ray's, but in the picture there's elephants and giraffes. Well, the Ringling Brothers Circus used to stop in Goodland
Right.
and exercise their animals. And I can remember being very small. It's like one of those memories you have when you're 2. You know what I mean? Those memories that it's like you're not sure if it's a memory or just something you saw in a picture.
Right. It's something you saw in a picture.
Probably.
Yeah, really.
But I can remember my parents talking about it.
Yeah.
The circus was in town, and they would. Anyway, it's a neat old picture. So there you go.
I can remember when the K-State marching band stopped on interstate. Did it stop on interstate? And they marched into town
I don't remember
all the
that.
way down the highway.
That's a picture.
Down all the way down Main Street.
Well, that would be cool.
That was cool. Maybe they didn't stop on interstate. Maybe it just seemed like they stopped on interstate. But
That would be neat.
my mom and dad had a friend who was a real KU all the way.
Mm-hmm.
And that night they printed the Daily News in purple, and it made her mad.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember. I remember the band marching down there by Steiner because we were at Steiner's
Sure.
and watched them come by, and then it made her mad that the paper was printed in purple
Well, there you go.
ink.
And with that, that's the final word.
Oh, okay. Let's find those signs.
All right, kids, we're out of time.
Let's get the Ringling Brothers to come to Goodland.
They're
Let's
letting
get
all the
find some
elephants go,
signs.
They
They should, because elephants are
Why, just
gentle,
let 'em
loving
loose?
creatures.
Yeah, into reserves and
Oh,
things
not
like
just
that.
like
No, not
when they show up in your city, they just don't let them
just
loose.
going to dump them and let them loose.
No.
Like cats and dogs.
Elephants probably remember being in Goodland.
Oh, very good.
Just saying.
That'll be the final word here on Martin, Jeff, and the Farm Chick. Our show is being brought to you by Elliott's Home Furnishings, The Insurance Agency, Goodland Sonic Drive-In, Northwest Tech, and Eckland's First Insurance here on Eagle Cable Channel 10, KLOE AM Radio, and on the World Wide Web, streaming from our Facebook page. We'll see you next week.